Brigitte Bardot, the legendary French actress whose striking beauty, fearless individuality, and cultural impact transformed global cinema before she devoted her life to animal welfare, has died at the age of 91. Her death was confirmed by officials associated with the Brigitte Bardot Foundation, the animal rights organization she founded and led for nearly 4 decades. Bardot passed away peacefully at her home in Saint-Tropez, the coastal town that became her sanctuary after she retreated from public life. Subscribe, like, and share. Back to the story. Born Brigitte Anne-Marie Bardot on September 28, 1934, in Paris, she was raised in a strict upper-middle-class household. Initially trained as a classical ballet dancer, Bardot's life changed dramatically when her youthful photographs caught the attention of filmmakers. What followed was one of the most meteoric rises in European cinema history. Her breakthrough came in 1956 with In God Created Woman, a film that shocked audiences and redefined female sexuality on screen. Bardot's performance challenged conservative norms and introduced a new archetype, a woman unapologetically free, emotionally complex, and indifferent to societal expectations. Almost overnight, she became an international sensation, her image gracing magazine covers around the world. Throughout the late 1950s and 1960s, Bardot starred in more than 40 films, including Contempt, Viva Maria, and La Vérité. She worked alongside celebrated actors and directors and became one of the first truly global film stars outside Hollywood. Her influence extended beyond cinema, shaping fashion trends, hairstyles, and attitudes toward personal freedom. Despite her fame, Bardot struggled deeply with the pressures of celebrity. She endured intense media scrutiny, multiple suicide attempts, and recurring battles with depression. In 1973, at just 39 years old and still at the height of her popularity, she made the shocking decision to retire permanently from acting, declaring that fame had cost her peace and happiness. Bardot's personal life was as widely followed as her career. She married 4 times. Her first husband, filmmaker Roger Vadim, helped launch her career, but their marriage dissolved as her fame grew. She later married actor Jacques Chérier, with whom she had her only child, son Nicolas Jacques Chérier, born in 1960. Motherhood proved difficult for Bardot, who openly admitted she was unprepared for the role and emotionally overwhelmed. Her marriage to Chérier ended in divorce, and custody of their son went to his father. Bardot later acknowledged that her relationship with Nicolas was strained for many years, a subject she addressed candidly in her memoirs. Despite distance, he remained her sole child and an important part of her family legacy. Her third marriage was to German industrial A and photographer Günter Sachs, a glamorous union that attracted global attention but ultimately ended. In 1992, Bardot married Bernard Diomail, a former political advisor. The marriage endured, and Diomail remained her partner throughout her later years as she lived quietly in Saint-Tropez, rarely granting interviews or making public appearances. What Bardot considered her greatest achievement came after she left cinema behind. In 1986, she founded the Brigitte Bardot Foundation for the welfare and protection of animals, committing her fortune, fame, and energy to animal advocacy. She became one of the earliest and most influential celebrity activists, campaigning relentlessly against seal hunting, animal experimentation, factory farming, and the fur industry. Her advocacy brought tangible results, influencing legislation, raising public awareness, and funding animal shelters and rescue operations worldwide. Bardot was uncompromising in her views, often clashing with politicians and institutions, but supporters praised her for giving a voice to animals that could not speak for themselves. In later years, Bardot became a controversial figure due to outspoken political remarks that resulted in legal consequences in France. While critics argued these views tarnished her reputation, supporters maintained that her lifelong commitment to animal protection should remain central to her legacy. As tributes pour in from the worlds of film, fashion, and activism, Bardot is being remembered as a woman who lived on her own terms. She redefined global stardom, shattered conventions, and walked away from fame when it no longer served her, choosing instead a life devoted to a cause she believed was morally essential. Brigitte Bardot is survived by her son, Nicolas Jacques Chérier, and her husband, Bernard Diomail. Though complex and often polarizing, her influence on cinema, culture, and animal welfare remains undeniable. Her death marks the close of a singular chapter in 20th century history, one shaped by beauty, rebellion, vulnerability, and conviction, and her legacy will continue to be debated, admired, and remembered for generations to come.